Hi everyone. Okay, hello. It's just a quick check-in. Just looking at my fat face today. Just a quick check-in, just to see how everyone is doing. Just at the back of my unit. Just been thinking about the energies and the new moon, the partial eclipse, the super new moon. So it's really because it's moving into Cancer, it's really emotional, really emotional. So I'm finding that I am I'm finding that my old programming is coming up. My old limiting beliefs is coming up. I'm feeling very lonely. I'm feeling very isolated, very lonely, very isolated. Still, both of those. Even though I have friends and I've got family, I've got soul family, I'm still feeling very lonely. Like I feel alone, even though I do a lot of work and, all my spiritual beliefs and, helping others. And, I'm just waiting for that bus to go past. Typical. So I'm just finding that especially because we're also in retrograde, I'm finding that I'm wanting to revert back to like my old vices and my old addictions. And when I say addictions, I don't mean anything catastrophic. For me, being still single, it's the online dating, it's that kind of wanting to feel something but don't know how to feel. So I think the best thing we can do right now is just sit with it. If you're gonna fall into your tendencies or fall into your vices and your addictions, it's not the end of the world. It just means that you just have a bit of work to do when you come out of it, and when you do come out of it, it's just that little bit harder. But it also means that if you're aware of it, like I have the awareness that I know I can quite easily go down that. I could quite easily go down that path. But I'm doing my best not to fall into, my emotional eating and getting a bottle of scotch and going on online dating and hitting up Tinder and stuff like that. It just means that all this is coming up because there's obviously still work I have to do. So there's still work I need to do on why do I still feel so alone? Why do I feel so isolated? I've got a big thing coming up on Sunday, and as much as I'm looking forward to it and I've been really busy, I kind of don't have anyone to kind of celebrate it with, like my own personal, it's really hard to explain, but I really don't have, even though I've got people with me who will celebrate and congratulate me, say, that's really good and you've done really well and blah, blah, blah. It's just that coming home after that I've got really no one that understands me at home to really share with that, to say, this is what I did today, this is how it went. And I'm getting quite emotional over it, which I didn't think I would be. But it comes back to me having to be on my own for so long. And like I was saying to you before, it's all about feeling alone and isolated and understanding where that's coming from. For me, it's a lot of past lives. I've had to give up a lot in my past lives. I've had to go through quite a lot, and for a lot of it, it was me being a shaman, being a healer, being a person that always a gypsy. I was a gypsy for a long time, so I was always used to being alone and doing things being alone. So when the energies are coming up the way that they are, especially in Cancer and Scorpio, Jupiter's moved into Scorpio. So Scorpio is all about really going deep down to all your emotions, and Cancer is just like it's like a bowl you're sitting on top of water and you're having to try and work out how to float. I've been here before. Every new moon that sits in Cancer, this is where I'm at. I'm in this isolation, I'm in this loneliness, I'm in this why doesn't anyone understand me? Why doesn't anyone get me? So I guess, we all have work to do. We're still right in the middle of ascension. We're still in the middle of an eclipse, of retrogrades. We've still got more planets going retrograde. We've still got 4 sitting in retrograde till probably middle of August. So we're probably not going to feel any better till end of August, early September. But creativity, I think for me it's shifted. I've definitely been able to get into my writing and my blogging, and getting into what I know can make me feel better. And for me, it's lethargic, not lethargic, wrong words, my coffee's worn off. It's my therapy to write. So even though I'm, fighting these waves of loneliness and isolation, if I can channel that energy into writing and getting it out, and that's a way of healing for me, then that's going to help me move through the next 2 or 3 days. And I think that's really important for everyone as well. It's like, if you have the awareness to know why you're feeling the way that you are, but you also have ways to channel that energy and to try and push through it. If you don't, you don't. If you don't make it this time around, that's fine. The worst thing we can do is, beat ourselves up and just go, oh, we did the worst thing, I shouldn't have gone down that path, and blah, blah, blah. Nothing's a mistake, everything's a lesson, right? So it's just, it's the awareness. It's the awareness of what you're feeling right now. It's awareness of what the energies are making you feel. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go moving forward after the new moon, once we get through this on Monday? Because remember, the new moon kind of sits in its phase for 3 days, and we're just coming out of the darkest phase of the moon. So if you felt probably since Wednesday really same thing, all the emotional and the isolation and the loneliness, then that's where it kind of comes in. It usually comes in 3 days before and it lasts 3 days after. But the eclipse and the retrogrades, between now and August, it's really here to teach us a lesson. Where do we want to go? How much do we want to shine? Where do we want to shine our light? Are we happy with the way things are going? Are you happy with yourself? Do you want more for yourself? Do you want to not settle? Do you want to, push yourself out of your boundaries? And that's a tough thing. It's a scary thing, right? To say, okay, I want this and I want this to happen, I want this to happen. But then taking that step, for me, that's where I get stuck. It's just like, I know what's on the other side and I'm really happy and I really want to do that and I can see myself doing all that. But it's just, hi everyone. Hi Monica. Hellos. I am well, thank you. I hope you are as well. I'm finally starting to see my comments coming up on my phone, because last time I've been doing the videos and I haven't been seeing anyone's comments. Yeah, so what was I saying? So it's just sitting with knowing what's going on with you deep down. For you, it might be journaling if you want to get it all out. It's getting outside. It's going for a walk. It might be cooking. It might be gardening. Might be baking. But try not to... I'm not going to say try not to give in, because none of us are perfect, really. But just the awareness. Just really understand the awareness that everything is trying to teach you right now. And I think if you have that, then I think you can deal with things a little bit better. What else do I want to say? What's going on? I think I will also do sometime this week or next week. I want to do a bit of a Q&A. I want to see how everybody's going. It'll give everybody an opportunity to check in and ask me questions about your spiritual development, about spirituality, about ascension, about light working. You can ask me about the things that I do. If you're going through certain things, or if you're finding you've got, I know it is beautiful, isn't it? I'm really happy where I've moved to, and the sunsets are just, I'll stand here so we can just see them. Yeah, Monica, they are amazing. Thank you. Yeah, so I really want to do a Q&A coming up and get people to ask me questions and see where you're at with everything, and see if anyone needs help. It also gives me a chance to see where people are going, not as in where you're going, where you're traveling to, as in where you're going on your ascension. And for a lot of us, between now and once the eclipse roll out, you'll find that you'll have a lot of gifts that will probably come online that you didn't think you had before. We are all psychic. We all have that sixth sense. We all have that inner knowing. It's about tapping into that and bringing that forward if you feel that that's where you want to go. What else do I want to say? I also wanted to bring up as well, maybe not today, but maybe a different Q&A, but I can't stop moving today. I have to keep moving and pacing because I'm nervous going live. Anyone that's starting out, spiritually or with your psychic gifts or whatever, I really want to stress that making sure that you're doing everything as an exchange, whether you're doing coding, whether you're doing light language, whether you're doing psychic stuff, whether you're doing mediumship, whether you're doing healing. I really believe in an energy exchange. It could be as easy as somebody saying, hey, thanks for that healing, let me take you out for coffee, or let me buy you dinner, or take you out to lunch. I just don't agree. This is my personal view, of course. I just don't agree with us as light workers now setting ourselves to doing things for free. It could be same thing, if you wanted to do an exchange for a review, that's fine. It has to be some sort of energy exchange. I'm just finding there's a lot of people in the community at the moment that I'm nothing against them. If that's what they feel that they're guided to do, then by all means do it. But I feel that we're here to do really important work, and I feel it's really important that we see our worth first, and we know what we're worth, and we also let the world know what we're worth, because I feel that's just how it has to be. I feel that really strongly. I feel that it's really great us doing the work that we're doing, but at some point there has to be a form of energy exchange. Gaia gives us so much. If you saw my post on crystals, she just gives us the most amazing gifts, and we give ourselves the most amazing gifts, but we just need to be in alignment with our worth, and stepping into that and knowing that you are worth an energy exchange for the work that you do. And I think I was always a person that was always, selling myself short and questioning my prices. And, for my readings, the prices that I do for my readings are quite cheap considering what other people are charging. But whereas my healings, where I know that I really shine and I know I have my strengths, then that's where I know my worth and I charge accordingly. It's not coming from ego, it's not coming from heart, it's not coming from a bad place. I'm still working full-time and running a business, so it's not about the money for me. It's just that I know the work that goes into a half an hour session, and within 15 minutes you're going to know the difference as well. So if anyone is new on their spiritual development, that's looking at, stepping into, doing readings and healings and mediumships, then by all means do it. Just understand energy exchange, and just know your worth. Know your worth more than anything. And if it doesn't feel right, then don't do it. What else? Okay, well, it's a Friday afternoon, and it's been a very, very long week. Part of me, with anything that's in Cancer always makes me quite emotional. So I will try not to go to a bottle of scotch tonight or to drink, but maybe put on a happy movie, a funny movie to kind of keep my spirits up. So it's just knowing what you want to do to try and get yourself out from, from the sadness that you feel. I'll do my best to get through it, but I'm not going to beat myself up over it either. If I have a drink tonight, or I have a drink tomorrow, or I sulk, or or I cry, or whatever, it's just it is what it is. So I'm not going to bash myself up over not being perfect. Okay, so that's it. So look out for a few events coming up. I've got some things in the works, more blogs. Hopefully once we move through this solar eclipse, and these gateways of more writing will come. Hi, Kylie. Well, hello. Kylie's actually like a neighbour. She's somewhere near me. So, hey, girl. So it's just, well, actually, Kylie, you gave me inspiration to kind of do the video. So I was just thinking about, the conversation that we had the other day. And I feel that, I was lucky enough to have a lot of people, the universe worked in a certain way to allow me to get, to have people to help me open myself up spiritually. So I feel that this is my next path. This is the next part of my development, is to, to help others. And I'm really like business minded. When I say business minded, as in I'm really into the startup. So helping people start up, get off the ground, and then I kind of, shove you off the cliff and then you fly. But I'm always there for you to catch you if you need to. So I feel that I know what it was like to, to grow up in a very strict Catholic family. Oh, good. Yeah, I knew the shift would come. Just give it a bit more time, Carly, a few more days, and you'll come out the worst of it now. So growing up in a very strict Catholic family, and I actually move further and further away from my family, only because I need the separation. But it's very tough to bring out of a shell where you had to go to a private girls' school, go to church every weekend, have a family that still goes to church. I'm not saying that I don't disbelieve in God. I really, I am God, God's me. There's no separation. It's not outside of me. It's just having to break free from all my limiting beliefs, and step into somebody that I was born to be, and that I've always been. But it's just, I just had to, I had to go through 40 years of so much stuff, to get to where I have been in the last 3 to 5 years. So it's been a very, very long road, and I'm getting quite emotional. So I can't wait for Moon to move out of Cancer. I cannot wait. Wherever it sits in my house, in one of my planets, it's just I'm not a fan at all. Pisces, not so much, but Cancer, love and light to you too, Monica. Thanks, Belle. Just move out of Cancer already. Because if anyone that knows me, I'm quite tough on the outside. I don't really let many people in. I don't really let people see my soft side. So it makes me a little bit vulnerable, and I think that's maybe another big thing for us as well, and big thing for me is being vulnerable, and it's me, reaching out and asking that I that I need help, and that Monica, if we're moving away from our family, it's not intentional. It's just that we value our sanity. We value our way of life, and protecting our family and protecting ourselves. So for me, my family is all now 40 minutes away. Thanks, Bella. Aw, Monica, you're so sweet, girl. So it's not intentional, but it's just I need to. If I don't have the distance between me and my family, I can't be who I'm meant to be, and I can't have the freedom. I can't have the space. Even today, I'm still feeling quite claustrophobic, even though I'm outside in my courtyard. But every time I went outside today, it was just like, oh, thank God, I'm outside. I couldn't, almost couldn't breathe. So it's about honouring your path, and that honour word keeps coming up as well, but it's really just about just knowing where you want to go, move forward, breaking free out of your molds, out of your limiting beliefs, and that takes a lot of courage. It's definitely a lot of courage I'm still yet to find. Does anyone have any questions while I'm here? I'll just hang around for another minute or so and just see what's going on. Just wait to see. So let's get through these retrogrades. Let's get through this eclipse. Sorry, that's the light. I'm trying to get the sunset. There we go. Try and get through the eclipse, the sunsets. Gosh, I need coffee. My coffee's worn off, and it's a Friday afternoon. Let's just try and get through the next 3 days. Don't worry about next week just yet. Just get through the eclipse. If the emotions are going to come up, let them go, let them be released. Cry if you need to, journal if you need to, go for drives. Just do what makes you happy. And for a lot of us, we don't even know. A lot of shifting, yeah, definitely. A lot of us, we don't even know what makes us happy. And for me, I'm still finding that out. And it's very easy as an empath also to get swayed by other people and what other people are going through. And exactly, Monica, we will get through it all together. And that's the thing, is we have to, be vulnerable. And this is a big lesson for me. I have to learn to ask for help and say, I'm not okay. And more coffee, preferably with Baileys or whiskey or something in my coffee. I know, but today, I know, Carly, but today is it is the eclipse. It's the new moon coming in tonight, I think, for us. And it can take up to 3 days before it kind of the effects of it will lessen. But it's lucky we actually have the weekend, so by Monday, Kylie, hopefully we won't be killing anybody. we'll just be doing our own thing. So I want to be very introverted. I kind of don't want to leave the house. I want to, I really want to go within, not even go within. It's like even last night I couldn't sleep till very, very late. But well, I don't sleep much. If anyone knows me, I hardly sleep anyway. But even though I knew I had to do work, it was just like I couldn't. Like I was so stuck in my emotions and the sadness that I was feeling, and it was just like, you need to push through it. You need to push through it. And part of me was just like, I can't. Like I do the very, very good of digging my head in the sand, and I will ignore so much stuff. Until the universe goes, okay, that's enough. You need to kind of like pull your head out of your ass and, sort your shit out. So, even me, as much as I, help others, I do struggle as well. So, yeah, so that's it. I guess I'm jabbling and rambling on, because it's been a very, very long week. Oh my God, yeah, sleep. I do a little bit. I have to admit, since my spiritual awakening, I think I've slept. I don't think I sleep as much. The only time I'm actually sleeping is when there's an upgrade. No, I'm a vampire, I don't sleep. So unless there's an upgrade or a download. Yeah, Monica, just put yourself in your bubble, and then in your bubble put a mirror around. Remember the mirror around your bubble, so that anything that comes towards you gets reflected back to those. Yeah. Emotionally draining people at the moment, because the moon is in Cancer and it's eclipse and it's retrograde. It's really pushing everyone's either really emotional or really, really fiery. I did my fiery, really, like, the whole WOG ethnic thing came out last week, and I was like firing on all cylinders. But now that it's in Cancer, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just going to sit in my corner and cry and just come out of it. But yeah, if you can stay away from emotionally draining people, then do that. It's all about protecting yourself and protecting your energy, because it's us at the end of the day that has to do the work. Don't forget to clear your auras. Don't forget to sage, to clear Palo Santo. I've been talking to my crystals like they're my children this week, so it's really helped. Just connecting with what we know. Yeah, so that's it. I'm just going to stop rambling because I'm running out of steam. Okay, so that's it. Talk to everyone soon. Like I said, I'll do a Q&A, because I actually live with someone. I'm trying to do it when he's at work, so I can have the house to myself and just be able to have like an hour or so. So it'll possibly be like on a Sunday morning or a Tuesday afternoon, and we'll just do a bit of Q&A and see how everyone's going. If you need a reading or a healing, my prices are on my Facebook page or on my website. I would be really honored if everyone could, share my videos or share my page, if you can. If you want to know how my work's gone, I have a lot of reviews as well, so I'm just plugging my business. So enjoy the weekend. I think we're all going to do a bit of crying, a little bit of sookie, a little bit of feeling sorry for ourselves, and I'm okay with that, because I have the awareness. I know that it's just what do I want to do with those feelings. It's like, do I want to sit there? Do I want to keep... And for me, I'm so dramatic. Like, if anyone knows him, it's like, oh, you're so dramatic. Like, sometimes it's the dramatic ethnic side of me that just kind of kicks in, and it's like I have to feel sorry for myself, and I have to, feel that way. But it sucks. It sucks feeling lonely. It sucks feeling isolated, even though part of me has separated myself from everybody on purpose, and part of me wants everybody near. But it's just... things come up and we get triggered, and it's just like, I'm still feeling lonely. I'm still feeling isolated. Where's all this coming from? And I know we're never alone. Like, I know my guides are here. I know my dragon's here. I know, my guides are around, and everyone's here if we need to. But it's just, we live in a world with how many billions of people, and we still feel isolated, and we still feel alone. And there's nothing like a sookie, emotional, watery sign in a supermoon, in an eclipse, to come through and to make us really aware of what's going on. So yeah, write it out. Kylie, if you need anything, send me a message and we'll chat when you're ready. Yeah, so that's it. So have a good weekend. Have a glass of scotch or a glass of wine. Yeah, do what makes you happy over the next few days. And thank you for spending time with me this afternoon. The sun's just finally just gone down, so I'm going to lose a little bit of light soon. So big love. Yeah, talk to you soon. Bye.